From the 15th century onward, the European power extended their empire across the globe. This was so devastating for the indigenous of these lands. Their lands were taken from them, their power were taken from them, their identities were taken from them. When we talk about colonization, we just we just discuss about the power, the resources, the land, resources, the natural resources that many of these countries have or continents have. But have we taken our time to discuss about the colonization of the mind? This is what we are going to discuss today. So if you are interested on discussing the dark side of colonization, that is the mind unseen battle that these people are fighting from generation to generation. Stay tuned. Let's discuss about it. Number one is identity cultural erosion. This is the most painful aspect of it because colonized individuals were often forced to practice the colonizers' identity, their culture, their customs, and thereby losing their own identity as a human being, their culture, and their heritage. So what is power without knowing your roots, your culture, your identity, your heritage? What is power without it? So these are the things that they lost during colonization. Talk about the psychological aspect of it. The indigenous people experience a sense of inferiority complex. Why? Because their culture, their heritage, they are subdued and was labeled primitive or savage. This brings about their mental health started deteriorating, racism that leads from generation to generation, their self-esteem were built, and this leads to the mental instability of these individuals. Disconnection from their ancestry. These indigenous people were disconnected from their ancestors, to say. Okay, this has made many of them feel lost and also deliberate on subduing their native languages, their cultures, and these cultures are supposed to be what that should be, transferred from one generation to another generation. Colonization has broken the chain that could have transferred all these heritages, customs, and traditions from one generation to the other generation. Connection with their goals has also been broken. So the next time we talk about colonization, have to go into deep and understand what really transferred between these people. Majority of them are lost. They can't even trace back their heritages and their cultures. The next one is educational system. The colonizers imposes their own languages as a means of communication in the global for these indigenous people, subduing their own languages as a way of communication. Their own history were imposed on these people to study. Their own system of education was also imposed on these people as an educational standard. The next one is ongoing effect. Today, the indigenous people have woken up and they are now fighting for their land, their rights, their voice to be heard, their natural resources, their government, and decision to be also taken by themselves. But can the colonizers leave these indigenous people to handle their affairs by themselves? Economical exploitation. These lands, they have many natural resources. They are supposed to be the richest land on this planet Earth. But because the colonizers has come to dwell there and they have come to inherit in the land that is not theirs, subduing those people, suppressing them, broken the chain of continuity in their lineage, and have taken what belongs to them. Their natural resources we are taken from them, among them as poverty-stricken areas. Whereas they are the producers and the natural resources of the earth. That is why you see politicians subduing their own in order to benefit their colonizers. And their own country and continent are going down the line every other day. Can we go back to the drawing board and check if we can make things happen again? If we can pick those pieces of those broken chains together and make it a better place again. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to drop your comment on the comment section. Till we meet again. Ciao.